So I realized something. I realized that I done invited a lot. It's like 37 of y'all right now. So this is my family, my friends, people that I know that I let know about this channel. And I don't know if I have ever really clearly explained why I talk about TV so much. So the people who raised me know. But so listen, I've always been a TV person. And I mean always. Obviously, television is not my whole life. As you could see in my description, I'm a single mom. But listen, I work from home. I am in college full time and I'm doing pretty good in college too. Like, thank God I'm doing good in college because this is like not my first time around in college. So thank God for that. Another thing about me, I love God. I have an eighth grader with a busy academic and taekwondo schedule. I'm a new dog mom to Bear, who at this moment is giving me a break because earlier he was trying to do a video with me, child. I love God. Listen, I'm a continually say that till it's over for me. I cook. I love food. I love music. I do have a whole life outside of just sitting in front of the television. And I'm not really ready to make this a lifestyle channel. Could I eventually show y'all some food? Most likely, because one thing about me, I love to eat and I learn from the best when it comes to cooking. I still have a lot to learn though. But that's not really why I'm right here doing this right now. Or that's not really what I'm doing on my YouTube channel right now. What I'm doing is I'm talking about something that I've loved basically my whole life. Again, I have always been a TV kid. Like when I was little, the people who loved me, who raised me, would send me outside to play. And I wanted to watch Nickelodeon. I wanted to watch TBS. I wanted to watch TNT, HBO if we could, USA. Um, so basically, but when it came to like Nickelodeon and Disney, I was a Nickelodeon child. So basically, I'm watching Nickelodeon all day. It's turning into Nick at Night. I'm watching Mary Tyler Moore, Dick Van Dyke, The Jeffersons, All in the Family, Newhart. I'm watching old shows that came out before I was even thinking about being born. So pretty much as I got older, that turned into watching movies and just an appreciation for entertainment and art in general. Listen, before I go any further, one thing I'm going to say about me is I'm a better writer than I am talker. So a lot of me talking is me talking off of notes that I have written for myself, like to talk on these videos. So I'm reading my own notes. If anybody cared. But like I said, as I got older, it turned into movies and music and just an appreciation for entertainment and art in general. But TV, that is my thing. One thing I can remember is when my now 23-year-old son was playing football. Today he cooks, but from the time that he was a tyke, um, at least kindergarten age or first grade age, he was playing football through his senior year in high school, but he decided that he wanted to go to school for culinary. So he decided he did not want to play football anymore. So today he cooks. Um, and I'd be standing on the sidelines, like trying to talk to the other moms. And I'd be like, girl, did you watch such and such? Or did you see such and such? And they would be looking at me like, TV? Like, who got time for TV? And I'm just standing there all dumb, like, me, apparently me, child. But I guess that's wrong. Like, so I ain't gonna lie. Like back then, it made me feel real crazy. Like, damn, am I not mothering enough? Am I not wifing enough? Am I when I that was when I was married. I'm no longer married now, but am I supposed to be somewhere churning butter instead of watching these shows, child? No. I have responsibilities then. I have responsibilities now. I'm trying not to be hard on myself or judge myself. I ain't hurt nobody. This is my guilty pleasure. This is what I like to do. I watch shows. So, and one thing about me watching shows, like I'm a little bit weird about it too, because I'll be watching something and I'll pause the show and start reading a recap of the show, child. Like I'm currently watching a show. I pause it. I'm looking up the actors in the show. I'm looking up what happens in this episode. And I'm starting to go down like a rabbit hole of the show, the actors, everything about it, because I don't know. It's just something weird that I do. But then I go right back to the show because I still need to see for myself what happened. And like I'm saying, like a lot of times I even go and read what happens first, like the recap of the actual episode or show that I'm watching. I don't necessarily mind spoilers, so you see that. Like some people do. Case in point, listen, this is a spoiler alert. The Last House, I don't know if it came out this weekend or not, but the Last House on Netflix. Now listen, I'm not a sci-fi and fantasy person. Those are not my favorite genres. Anybody who knows me, like a lot of people like think it's funny because when people do start talking about watching stuff, my first question is, do it got rats in it? Because I be scared because I'm definitely afraid of rodents. And everybody who knows me knows that I don't fool with rodents and critters and all of that and things and creatures and stuff like that. Like I be scared of that. So I'm scary. So when these people on The Last House and Netflix get trapped in this house and they start catching neighborhood creatures so they could survive, I was scared. I was done. I was calling Tremaine like, come hold my hand, baby. He was like, no, Mom, why are you watching this? You know you don't watch stuff like this. But I had read the ending and they basically the ending basically was like, there was some hope in it and these creatures weren't bad. They were just, the creatures didn't want to destroy everybody. Like it was, so I'm waiting for like, this big climax, but like a story behind it or something. I'm like, okay, let me watch. Girl, that shit, child, listen, that shit was horrible. I'm sorry, I watched the whole thing, but I didn't like the movie. Now, I love Greta Lee. I love Wagner Moura. I knew him. He was Pablo Escobar in Narcos from Netflix. I watched Dope Thief on TV. He was in Dope Thief. His range is good. It's excellent. I fool with him. So sometimes the cast will keep me watching something even when I'm sitting there like, why am I watching this? But my taste is all over the place as far as like movies and content. Like I watch shows, I watch podcasts, and some stuff on YouTube. My favorite all-time show, y'all, is Succession. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Succession. I can't even get it out. Succession, but that's my favorite show, child. I just think it was damn near perfection. I mean, if you want to, I'm somebody who I'll get excited when I see something that has several seasons and I haven't watched. Like, that's a challenge for me. I'm going to put that on the list. I'm definitely going to get to that. But that's one of my favorite shows. The acting, the writing, the directing, the locations, the cinematography, the storylines, the dialogue, the way the characters could say something absolutely horrible to each other and somehow have you laughing. It was just beautifully made television. And that's part of why I love The Gilded Age that also comes on HBO too. It's a newer show, but it's beautiful. The costumes, the homes, the sets, the history, the wealth. And I appreciate that we also get to see Peggy's story and get to see some of what the black folk were dealing with and what life looked like for them during that period instead of pretending that black people weren't there. I appreciate all of that about the Gilded Age. But listen, child, look, I also watched Love After Lockup and 90 Day Fiance, baby. I will watch people make decisions that have me sitting on my couch like, now why would they do that? I got range. So what am I watching now? That's kind of what I wanted to talk about. Right now, Lioness is back, so I'm watching Lioness. I'm in. I definitely need to go back and watch these first couple episodes before I think episode 3 or 4 comes out tonight. Actually, it's out now because it's past 12 midnight. I think it comes out 12 midnight or 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. But Lioness is one of those shows that you could be folding clothes and answering emails like I do at work and yelling at the dog halfway listening. I can't fully engage when I'm working because I'm into work. I can't fully engage when I'm doing certain house stuff. But like folding clothes, kind of, you could kind of like watch it. But I need to rewatch that to really, really get into it like I want to get into it because Lioness is an excellent show. You have Nicole Kidman and Morgan Freeman, and they're just guest starring. You hear me? Zoe Salanda leads the cast, but it's an incredible cast. Let me see. We have The Average Joe. Listen, I love Dion Cole. I watch he has a YouTube show as well where he has comedians on there. It's really, really good. But he had a show called The Average Joe, and I'm so glad they're bringing it back. That comes back August 19th. A Different World is coming to Netflix on September the 24th. Now, I'm going to tell the truth about A Different World. Excuse me. I did not faithfully watch every single episode of A Different World. Now, excuse me, I know some of y'all probably have, so my fault. But I am gonna watch the new one because I'm a vote and support everything black type of girl until I ain't. Okay. So it still gotta be good. Now I'm rooting for y'all. I'm rooting for A Different World, the reboot. I'm showing up. But after that, you got to give me something to work with. Another show. Now, this is a show that I haven't watched, but look, I believe the 6th season. I didn't write down which season was coming back, but I believe it's the 6th season of Apple TV's Slow Horses. That's coming on September the 16th. Now, if y'all aren't watching Slow Horses, let me know because, again, I haven't watched it before, and we might need to talk about that one. Then Animals with Ben Affleck and Kerry Washington is coming to Netflix on October the 9th. Now, that is absolutely on my list. We got Abbott coming back on October 7th. I'm a ride or die Abbott fan. I love it. It reminds me of home. I was born in Philadelphia, but I was basically raised in Delaware. I always went to school in Delaware. My grandma worked in Delaware. We lived in Chester for a time. I lived in Philadelphia for a time, but I was raised in, a lot of my friends I grew up with is from Delaware. Went to school in Delaware. To all my people who are still watching Grey's Anatomy, y'all is strong. I fell off several seasons ago. I love Grey's. I watched Grey's for years. But at some point, I said, Meredith, baby, y'all gotta go on without me, baby. But season 23 is coming October 15th. So the people who are still hanging in there, child is coming. Again, some other stuff I'm watching, like I was talking about, The Gilded Age is an amazing season. Now, the 4th and final season is coming. They're not doing any more seasons after this season, which sucks. But it'll be back this fall. They haven't given us a release date yet. One thing we do have a release date for, y'all, though. Again, I'm back in Netflix. I'm talking about Tyler Perry. A lot of y'all ain't feeling him, whatever. But Beauty in Black has been different. That has kept our attention. That will be back August 27th. Mayor of Kingstown. That's my show. They have just finished filming the fifth and final season for that one again in Pittsburgh. But listen, whenever Jeremy Renner and them come back, I'm gonna be there, even though this is the last season. They are talking about later this year, later 2026, early 2027. I'm thinking we'll probably get it probably spring of 2027. I think they're gonna make us hold out, but we're gonna see. The Diplomat also has season 4 coming. Only Murders in the Building. No official date, but we are waiting. That's Hulu. And this time they are taking the mystery to London. So we're going to see a lot of actors from the UK in this. We also know, Martin Short, RIP, just not too long lost his daughter. But I think they were filming and everything like that. And we do know it's going to be in London. We just don't know when it's going to be released. Probably 2027 sometime. Another season of Task is officially in production in Pennsylvania. Mark Garofalo. That was an excellent show. Now listen, I watched Yellowstone. That was my show. Y'all can say what y'all want to say about Kevin Costner. I watched Yellowstone. I watched the Beth and Rip spinoff, Dutton Ranch. I was a little underwhelmed. I'm sorry. It's definitely potential there. It just didn't have the that Yellowstone gave me. They already renewed it for a season 2. I'm going to give them time. They got the characters that we already care about. They got plenty that they could build from. So I'm going to come back. I'm just asking, Beth, just give me something, baby. Rip, just give me something, y'all. Listen. Shows that I might need to catch up on. The Fall and Rise of Reggie Dinkins with Tracy Morgan and Daniel Radcliffe. Everybody know him as Harry Potter. So, listen, they greenlit it for a season 2. It gotta be something. I might give that a try. I'm sitting here thinking maybe I need to go back because clearly somebody watching it. They greenlit it for a season 2. And I like Tracy Morgan. So, yeah, y'all tell me. Did y'all watch season 1 of The Rise and Fall of Reggie Dinkins? Is it worth me catching up before season 2? Apparently Your Friends and Neighbors is because they season 2 of Your Friends and Neighbors already came and went. I'm watching Reacher. Reacher's back out this weekend. Listen, it's based on the Jack Reacher books. Now, have I read a Jack Reacher book? Nada. I watched that for Jack Reacher and Jack Reacher only, baby. So yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna recap every single one of these shows. Absolutely, I won't. I do have other stuff to do. Some of them I might recap, some of them I might review, and some of them I might just turn the camera on one day and be like, "Yo, did y'all see that?" Because that's what I really want this channel to feel like. I don't want to do social media anymore. I haven't been on social media in a couple of years. So I don't have Facebook. I don't have IG. I'm not really on TikTok. I have a Pinterest and a YouTube, baby. Honestly, I don't talk to a whole bunch of people. I work from home. I have my children. My oldest son is like a half hour away from me. So it's really just me and my 8th grader and our dog. I'm home right now. I've tried other things. I've tried Amazon. I've tried side hustles. I've tried driving delivery stuff, cleaning homes. Being there for the elderly as a CNA, being there as a companion. Right now, those are not options for me. But what I can do other than praising my God, raising my babies, but that ain't babies, that's young men, is I can sit here, I can turn this camera on, I can talk to y'all, and hopefully we could build something here. Would it be nice one day, if this channel monetized, made money? Yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and lie to y'all. Listen, share the video. You know what I'm saying? Like the video, subscribe, tell people. But that's not the only reason that I'm doing it. I'm getting my degree. You know, I'm trying to level up in my career. I've been with my company, the company that I work for 13 years. I'm working, you know, hard every day. You know what I'm saying? But you know, that's a whole nother story about me being there for 13 years and still not feeling like I'm getting what I'm owed financially. That's a whole nother video, child. We talking about shows right now. um, but I would, like I said, I would also really love to build a community over here where we could talk about these shows, laugh, disagree, recommend stuff to each other, and just have somewhere to come hang out. So, if you want, let me know in the comments. Some people, email me because my email is in the description, skmontgomery35 at gmail. And like I said, tell me what you watching. Don't just give me the popular shows that everybody knows about. Give me that show where you've been telling everybody, hey, you need to watch this, because I'm always looking for something. If you heard me name one of your shows today, holler at me, because even if I don't recap every episode, don't be surprised if I pop up one day like, okay, y'all, we need to discuss what I just watched. And if you're a TV person like me, somebody who has a whole life, handles your business, does what you need to do, but then when that's done, leave me alone. My show is on. Then listen, you might have found your people. I know I'm not crazy. I know I'm not the only person like this. Thank y'all for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video as much as I have enjoyed delivering it. Give yourself grace. Give each other grace, and listen, don't let nobody play with you. Okay? All right, I'll talk to you next time. Thank you.